Oh, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on with the people, man? Let's talk this money. Let's talk this money. Please, let's talk some money. I just want to say before we get started, man, thank you to everybody who was tuned in. Thank you for everybody who pulled up. I definitely appreciate it. So why am I starting this blog? Specifically, the reason I'm starting this blog is because I feel like people need an extra couple dollars in their pocket, man. Really. For me, that's where this comes up to, where it comes out to, man. It's about really trying to, I guess, also talk about a not. I don't want to say this. Um, an opportunity in making a good amount of money that no one really thinks about. We talk about um, when we talk about ways to make money and quick ways to make money. Most of the time it's either uh, really fast money, which all money ain't good money, especially fast money, or it is something like investment and really trying to put time and energy into something. I'm talking about opportunity where you're able to see your profit immediately within the same week, and at some points in time even be paid cash for what you do. So thank everybody for coming up. Hey man, just put your questions in there. We haven't really got started yet. I'm just kind of introducing today's topic. But for me, this endeavor, I've been in it for about 7-8 years in totality, man. And I have made a very, very good amount of money doing what I do. Make sure that you liking the broadcast. Make sure you're sharing the channel. Again, please put your questions in the comment section, and I will definitely answer them. We are talking about ways to make money in 2020, and I'm going to give you a secret into one of my hustles. And it's pretty simple, man. It's not anything that uh, you don't see in everyday life. You probably just never thought about doing it. What's up, Miss Drew? How you doing? How you doing, Black Queen? How we doing? How we doing tonight? Let me make sure we liking the broadcast. Make sure we sharing the broadcast on Twitter. I'm doing the same thing as we speak. I'm doing the exact same thing as we speak, man. Um, so what I'm talking about ultimately is officiating. And it doesn't need to be officiating on a high school level. It can be officiating just youth sports in general. But when I tell you the amount of money that is involved in officiating, it is incredible how much money you can make. It really is. And again, as you guys know, if you're parents, if you're someone who's come up in the sporting community, some of these larger tournaments, they're cash. They don't have time to write out checks. So you're talking about, let's take basketball, a 500 tournament basketball weekend. They don't have time to write checks. They're giving you cash on the spot if you're officiating. Cash. Think about that. Hey man, we about to give them out, Miss Drew. We about to give them out, man, because people need to understand when I talk about officiating what I'm really talking about. So for me, I'll give you my background in sports, man. I started off, I played football on the collegiate level, and I played a little arena ball for a few years before sustaining, career-ending injury. But after that, man, I wanted to really just stay involved in the game, stay around the sport, but I didn't want to coach, man. I saw coaching being a great opportunity for me, but it's also very time consuming. And so I guess I was kind of sitting back trying to examine what my next step was going to be as far as just what I wanted to do in life. And I had an older fraternity brother who was always officiating, man, and always told me and the younger fraternity brothers about officiating and how he can stay a part of the game and how it keeps him so young. Hey, man, make sure we like and make sure we subscribe. And man, we are talking about officiating. I'm going to give you the secrets and how much money possibly you can make in this and how you can set your schedule up. So essentially, it honestly started off with football. Football was the easiest sport for me to officiate because it was the one I was most active in. And I started off with high school. So I'm gonna specifically talk about the state of Nebraska. What's up, Slizzy, man? Make sure we like and make sure we sharing the broadcast, man. We are talking about becoming an official, officiating high school sports, officiating youth sports, and the amount of money that is wrapped up in this industry for officials. So getting back to me starting to officiate football, my first year, you would think just as a player, you know the rules, but you don't. You definitely do not know the rules to any sport that you've actually played. I always say if I knew now what I knew then as a player, I would have been 10 times better. And I probably wouldn't be doing blogs. I'd probably be in the NFL somewhere. What's up, Greg? But yeah, we sitting here talking about officiating, man. This is one of my hustles where I'm able to make a very good amount of money. Sometimes on the spot, sometimes within a week time, but I make a very good part-time salary, man. And I want to make sure that all my people know how easy it is to get some of this money that's out here. And I'm gonna show you some real cold hard facts because I know how to battle rap and how my followers are, man. They want to see the truth in this. So I'm definitely about to give you that. But yeah, going back to it, man, I just did a lot of lower level stuff. So if you don't know what lower level is considered, that's considered freshman, sophomore, reserves, or JV. Anything under the varsity level, as far as high school sports, is considered lower level. So on the pay scale for Nebraska, we make about anywhere from $40 to $55 a game to officiate a lower level high school game. Now, mind you, I also do varsity football, so much that I am actually going to be a part of the first ever all black officiating crew this upcoming season for football. So it's a great honor, something I'm definitely excited for, something I'm definitely proud about. I want to say what's up to everybody that is on this broadcast. We are talking about ways to make money in 2020, and I'm giving you one of my personal hustles, and that is officiating. So $40 to $55 a game when you officiate. And then if you are so lucky enough to do a varsity game in the state of Nebraska, depending on where you go, man, you're going to be making anywhere from $90 to $110 a game. So this is usually a lower level game, probably lasts you no more than 2 hours. A varsity game might hit you for 2.5, 3 hours tops. But we're talking about easy money here. And then that doesn't even count the youth sports that are involved. So we'll talk youth football in the state of Nebraska. So again, I also need y'all to understand this. I'm a family man. So 3-4 years ago, I was going 10 times harder in officiating because I had that free time. But this is an industry that you can be as busy as you want, or you can work as little as you want to. It's solely up to you, and you can even change your schedule about a week if you so choose. So again, we're talking about high school officiating, and we're talking about officiating in general. We're starting off right now with football. I'm sorry. So if I do, usually lower level games are had Monday, Tuesday. You might get a couple on Wednesday, but Thursday and Saturday is typically when you get high school officials during the week. So if I do 2 lower level games, and let's just split the cost, we'll say $50 a piece. So if I work one game on Monday and I do a game on Tuesday, mind you, this is only 2 hours of my time. I've made $100 in 2 days. So we starting off with $100 even before we get to my Friday games. So let's say I do a Friday game and I'll put it on the lower end. I'll say 90. So we're at 150. We are at $190. $190 for 3 days of work. I'll put in a total of 7 hours and I've made $190. So I want to do a JV Saturday morning game. Saturday morning games usually start around 9 or 10 o'clock. Again, usually around 2.5 hours. So that 190 is $55 for a JV game has now increased to $145. So now we have $145 already in our account that we know is going to be coming to us. Now I have games on Sundays. And what's so good about these games on Sundays? These are cash games. I don't have to wait for the district to cut a check. I don't have to wait for the high school to cut a check. These are cash in my hand after I get done officiating. How much money am I getting for officiating? If I don't white hat, I'm getting $37 a game. If I do white hat, I'm getting $42 a game. This is cash. I do a minimum of 3 games. 3 games on a Sunday. And usually a youth game takes about an hour and a half to complete. So we'll say I do 3 games. And we won't even count me white hatting. So 3 times 37. That's $111. So I made $111 cash in my hand on a Sunday. Then you have your high school officiating, and I only did 4 out of the possible 5 days that I could have officiated, and I made what? We were at 190 plus the 55. You're looking at 235 plus 111. $346 I made. $346 I made in a single week. We're talking about a week. I made nearly $350. And this is me not even reffing every day. And there's not a big investment when it comes to officiating. Officiating is very simple. It's a very small investment. You're talking about the pants, the shirt, the whistles, the flags, the bean bags, and the notebook. All that together, and the shoes. All that together is probably going to run you no more than $250. Now, mind you, you can buy a short sleeve shirt and that'd be the only shirt that you wear. Now, me myself, I do varsity, so I need long sleeve and short sleeves. But even still, we're talking about at most we'll say $300. Keep it nice and even. $300 to get ready to make $350 a week. And this is not going hard. And this is not even a big money making sport. One of the biggest money makers is basketball. What's going on, Crazy Poison, man? We just sitting here talking about this money, man. This money that I'm getting officiating. Yes, I'm talking about putting on the stripes. A lot of us sit here and watch all these sporting events, and we sit here and we criticize these officials, but you don't realize that these officials, if they're doing the NFL, they're getting almost 6 figures. 6 figures don't sound good to you just to sit there and watch a football game? And it's just like that on the high school level. Obviously, the pay scale is not as high, but when we're talking about the amount of money that you can easily make in a single week, so I gave you a week of football. Let's transition to basketball. So, high school basketball game in the state of Nebraska, I'm getting $50 a game. $50 for a single game. Most lower levels assignments are giving you 2 games, so $100 per second. So if I do, and basketball is a lot different than football. Basketball is every day. So you're talking 7 days a week. There is a game that you can possibly officiate. Hey, man, make sure if you got any questions, put them in the chat. I'll definitely answer them. But I'm going to show y'all some hard facts once I get done talking about basketball. So again, high school basketball, I'm making $50 a game. I do a doubleheader at least one doubleheader a week. So if I don't do anything else, I'm walking away with $100, and that's before I get to my weekend stuff. But usually I usually do like 2 doubleheaders during the week. So we'll say $200. So I made $200 before I even get to Friday. Friday is your money making weekend because you can have a mixture of high school and youth basketball. Now for me, I do both. So, but we'll just stay on the youth side. On a weekend in the state of Nebraska, I ref at $22 a game. $22 game on a Friday night. Usually you get 4 games. So that's $88. $88 I've made in 4 hours officiating basketball. And that's on the lower end because some of these youth leagues are paying as much as $30 a game. Just letting y'all know. So when y'all sitting there ridiculing the refs during your child's game, or you sitting there talking trash, we don't care. We do not care how you feel about our officiating because we get paid regardless. Win or lose, no matter who wins or loses, we still get paid. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. What is the best game I've ref? This past season, I did a Class A semifinal. So in the state of Nebraska, Class A is the largest class. So So the best class, I did a state semifinal. That was the best one. I was actually slated to do a state championship game this year. However, one of the team that we needed to win ended up losing in the semifinals. So that made us ineligible because of the way that they select their officials in the state of Nebraska. But yeah, I've done a semifinal game. I've done several games on TV. So again, I'm just talking about making money, and I'm talking about making a substantial amount of money. Now let's get to our Saturdays. Saturdays are your big money making days because you can have high school games, you can have high school lower level, high school varsity games. Varsity games is getting $90 a game. $90 a game. So if you do a double hitter on varsity on a Saturday night, or varsity girls and a varsity boys, you're walking out the gym with $180 in about 4 hours of work. So again, while we sitting here talking about the officials, ridiculing the officials, you're not understanding how much money that they are actually bringing in. So again, we're gonna stay on the youth side. So Friday night we made $88, correct? Y'all pull out y'all phones and y'all walk this down with me. So we did 4 games at $22 on Friday night, $88. Let's just say we wanted to go super hard on a Saturday, and you know what I'm saying, I don't have any responsibilities that weekend, so I want to do upwards to 10 games. How do you do 10 games in a weekend? I'll tell you how. You do the first 5 in the morning, set yourself up for a nice break, and you do the last 5 at night. And it's people that do way more. It's people that do upwards to 12 youth games in a day. I promise you that. Now I will say, if you do that many games in a day, it's probably gonna come out in the way you officiate. You're not going to be consistent with your calls. But again, we're here to talk about the money aspect, not the professionalism and the integrity part of it. So let's say we did 10 games. We did a 2-5 game select. So we started at 8. So you got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You out the gym by 1 o'clock. That's 5 games. That's $110. So in 9 games, we have made 9 times 22. We made $198 in our pocket that we already know. Let's say we want to do another set of 10 on Sunday. Another set of 10. So now we're looking at 19 games at $22. 19 times 22, $418. And this is just officiating youth sports. So when I said that you can make upwards to $1,000 minimum a month, you see how easy it is. Now you add those youth games plus the 2 double hitters I did, I'm at $618 for the week. And that doesn't even count me doing any varsity games. No, I don't want to sign up for DoorDash because again, I want to work what I want to work. Let's say this weekend I had a lot of time. The great thing about the officiating is you set your own schedule. So even if you did a weekend where you did 20 games, you could also come back and do 7 the next weekend. And no one's going to fault you because you are your own boss. You setting your own schedule. If you are just joining in, make sure that we like and subscribing to the channel, man. Again, we are talking about officiating, and I'm letting you guys know and I'm educating you on how much money is really in officiating. And so I told you I want to give y'all some of the cold hard facts of it. And these are some of the cold hard facts. The ability to walk to your, because some of y'all got Zoom, y'all cameras is too good. The ability to walk to your mailbox and be paid hundreds of dollars. It's my birthday every week. It's my birthday every week because I have these sitting in my mailbox. And that, again, that does not count. That does not count my high school stuff. He said, let me answer this question by 100p based. He said, how is it your own schedule when games are on certain days? With DoorDash, you can get in the car and drive whenever you want. And you absolutely right. You can do that with DoorDash. But guess what? With DoorDash, you're also putting wear and tear on your vehicle. Who has to pay for that? DoorDash doesn't pay for that. Again, you can set your own schedule. You can work as much as you want. If you want high school games every day, you can get a high school game every day. If you want to work youth games every day, you can work youth games every day. That is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about literally hundreds of dollars being made that you guys are not even realize is happening. And think about it, us as parents, if you have a child that's in sports, how much money are you paying to get into the games at this point? And these is not even high school games; these are youth games. Some of the tournaments that I do, some of the bigger regional tournaments that I do for basketball, people are paying $12, $15, $20 for the day. For the day, just to get in for one day. They're paying $20 just to sit there and yell at us and watch their kids play a game. Think about how much money is into officiating and how much money you can easily make officiating. I know some of the pitfalls of officiating. Obviously, you got to be tough skinned because everybody has an opinion. It's just like being on Twitter. Everybody has an opinion. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, 100p based. I thought about officiating soccer games because I used to play. Yes, again, that is an excellent way to stay involved in the game. I don't think you understand let me tell you, if you are a minority, if you are a person of color right now, or you are a woman who is into officiating, I promise you, you will shoot up the ladder if that's what you want to do. You want to do varsity? You can do varsity. You want to do college? You want to get into the college ranks and the professional ranks? Where do you think these people all started at? They started doing youth basketball, youth football, and they worked their way up. I've done college games. I don't like doing college because of the travel that comes with it. Have you ever made a call as a wrong ref? Absolutely, I made the call as a wrong ref. I'm not about to sit here and lie to y'all. Absolutely, I've made the call as a wrong ref. But the thing is, one thing no one has ever been able to tell me is that I was too lazy. That I made the wrong call because I was lazy. That has never happened. I give 110% effort, regardless if it is a varsity game all the way down to a third grade youth game. It does not matter to me. I feel like the effort and the consistency should still be there. But I've definitely gotten calls wrong. I mean, they don't get them right in the NBA and NFL. You know, I'm not going to get it right in high school every time. And I'll be so 100p base, man. Make sure that y'all liking this video. Make sure y'all sharing the broadcast. Let the people know on Twitter because I'm only going to be on this until about 8 o'clock my time. So we got about another 38 minutes, and I'm about to get off of this. But for soccer, man, soccer officials are making as much as $60 a game, $65, and that's in the state of Nebraska. So it's easy money, people. That's what we're talking about. No, Glory, boy. I do not be on BS when I'm reffing, man. I take my reffing very seriously. I take it very seriously. We have, especially because I do varsity sports. So I do varsity basketball, varsity baseball, and varsity football. So for me, like I have to get certified by the state. I have books that I have to read. I have a test that I have to take. So it's very serious on the high school level. But for youth, it's not like that. For youth, you don't have to take a test necessarily. And if you don't want to do the competitive AAU basketball that I do, you can think about the YMCA. How much money you think they getting to ref them games and them kids is in t-shirts and playing with an orange rubber basketball? They still getting $20 a game. I can guarantee you. They still getting $20 a game. This Tevin, I seen you firsthand, my guy. How much you make a game? What sport we talking about, Tevin? We talking about football, we talking about basketball. And it's a great way to stay connected with some of the youth, man. Reffing for as long as I have. I've seen some of these kids when I first started reffing that were in elementary. They now are some of the best in the state right now in various sports. Okay, we talking about basketball. So Tevin, you know OSA in Omaha. OSA in Omaha pays $22 a game. But you can get leagues like the Power League that's paying upwards to $30 a game cash. The YMCA is paying $20. A lot of leagues are really paying $25 a game. You can definitely find, it is very easy to find a basketball league where they're paying their officials $25 a game. I will tell you what I don't do. I do not ref men's basketball. I refuse to ref men's amateur basketball. Why? Because y'all act like y'all know the rules and you really don't. That's another thing, man. You learn so much about the game. If I were to ever, hopefully I have a daughter right now. Hopefully she gets into sports. I can tell her blind spots that officials have because I'm an official. I know exactly what they're supposed to be looking at. And then if they make a call, I know they're not supposed to look at it. At that point in time, I can call them out on it. So there's a lot of benefits to officiating, man. You're able to stay in great shape. I stay in great conditioning because of that. I don't do a lot of running outside of officiating because you're burning so many calories. But again, we are talking about one of the most kept secrets in American sports, and that is officiating. Do you know how much easier it is to go professional as an official than it is to be a player? These are things I need y'all to think about. It is so much easier. And then as a student, you want to have a part-time job, but you want to be able to focus on your academics. If you know you only got a ref Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you coming home with $400 or $500 every week, you good. Absolutely good. Some of my football officials, we make great money. Great money. And again, before I had a family, I was reffing every day, every single day, doing 3-4 basketball games a day. On the weekends, doing upwards to 7 to 8 basketball games in one setting. And then you get to some of these tournaments, they paying you cash. So why not work yourself like a dog? Why not work 15 games, 15, 20 games in a weekend, come away with $400 or $500 cash? This is what is going on. This is how I am able to pay for my child care. Child care is $1,200 a month. Or it used to be before my daughter got a little bit older. We're talking about $1,200 a month coming out of my regular check. Oh no. No, sir. Not I said the pimp. Absolutely not. And I've been able to go viral officiating too. Oh, glory boy, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all gravy, man. I want to share some of the knowledge that I have, because I keep seeing people talk about how much they need money and they want to be involved in sports and they need money. And I'm like, officiate. You can't take nobody yelling at you for a couple minutes. What do it matter? You don't know these people. I mean, if you eventually ref the same spot so much and so consistently, you get to know some of the fans, which is even cool, because I've become friends with some of the students' parents because I've engaged with the crowd. I'm not one of those refs that he just sits there with a stern face and he doesn't respond to anything. No, especially if I'm doing youth. Youth, I get to talk back. I'm talking back to the fans. I'm talking back to the players. I will let you know exactly what it is, and it's all part of the game, man. It's all fun in the game. But again, I want to express how much money is actually involved in this. You can start as early. You can be a high schooler. If you know somebody who is in high school that wants to officiate, they can officiate these third grade half court games and make money, make easy money, get out of your parents' pockets while you still in high school. You talking about saving up? We talking about stocks and bonds and everything else we got going. Why not get into a place where you can really make a lot of money in a short period of time? And if you want to make it even a career. So let's what kind of questions do we got, man? What's up? If you haven't seen, man, this is a week worth of officiating coming home in the mail. Just checks. Easy money. Again, we are talking about officiating and how you can get involved in officiating it. And for me, the first thing I would tell you is go to your area YMCA, go to your local gym, anywhere you know where there's a game going. I can guarantee you at some point in time, if it is a decent gym, they're hosting a tournament. They will be a site for an up and coming tournament. And it's really about just getting yourself out there and getting your name out there, because once you get established in the officiating circle, you have people call you, hey, I need you can you come pick up this game for me? I'm short a guy. Or can you cover for me? I had an emergency. So much money in officiating, bro. Like I cannot express how much money we are talking in officiating. And then I didn't even get to the biggest money maker of them all, and that's baseball. Baseball, I'm making anywhere from $40 to $60 in a game, especially during the summertime. Because if a lot of you guys don't know, baseball is huge. I already look into officiation myself. So no questions. Awesome. Hey man, no, I definitely appreciate it, man. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Get that money. Of course, that's hey, I am getting that money. So I want to let y'all know how I am getting that money. So I take it. So in Omaha, Nebraska, we host the College World Series every year. Obviously that there's not COVID, but every year we host the College World Series. When that happens, we have youth tournaments. I'm talking like 1,500 youth tournament games in that same time span. You can work all day officiating. It takes about 2 hours to do a baseball game. So, but you're also talking about $50, $60 a pop. So even if I do 3 games in a day, I can make as much as $180 in 6 hours. You do the math on that. I don't make that much in my regular job when I break down the hours. Just being honest. I'm just being honest. I think one summer, I did like 50 baseball games. Like 50 baseball games, just different levels from high school down to youth. 50 baseball games 1 month. $3,200 in a month. So when you talk about those refs that are at those youth sporting events, when you talk about those refs that are officiating high school or middle school or collegiate or professional, when you were sitting there ridiculing them, just think about how much money they're actually making. This is all facts. This is all facts, man. Do we got any questions, man? I really want to open up the floor. If there's any questions, man, you can ask me about officiating. You can ask me about whatever you want to, really. I planned on being here for what you say. Do you enjoy watching baseball? Do I enjoy watching baseball? Honestly, no. Be honest with you, no. I do not enjoy watching baseball, but for me, it's a good way to study the game. It's a good way to understand the pace of the game and get the flow of the game. One thing about me, the biggest thing about baseball, I'll be honest with you, is having a consistent strike zone. No one cares what you call as long as your strike zone is consistent. He said, "Be boring for me personally." No, I get it, but again, if you behind that plate, man, and the ball coming at you anywhere from 50 to 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour, depending on what level you officiating or umpiring at, you ain't gonna be too bored back there. But yeah, I'm talking. As long as your strike zone is consistent for baseball and softball, that's the only thing they care about, especially if you are behind the plate. They have these areas called working areas. So they want you to, if the ball is hitting into the infield or into the outfield, they want you to get from behind the batter's box and get out to that working area. So you'll be able to put yourself in the best position to make the best judgment. So I'm assuming with this question you are talking about football. I'm actually a back judge, so I am the person that is in the middle of the field. Roughly, I stand anywhere from between 15 to 18 yards off the line of scrimmage, watching, depending on the strength of the formation, watching the tight end. Usually the tight end and the wide receiver on their side. And really the biggest thing for a back judge is don't get beat to the end zone. And I've made quite a reputation on making sure I don't get beat to the end zone. And it's something that I definitely take great pride in, man. Definitely take great pride in running down some of these high school athletes that think that they fast. But that's a great question, man. What else we got, man? Is this it? Is that all? I carved out time until 8 p.m. But if I don't need it, I will not use it. I want to keep y'all here longer than I got to, man. But again, I just want to give y'all an opportunity to learn about one of what I feel is the easiest ways to make money that no one is really talking about. Why do I have it? Okay. Do we got anything? Do we got anything going once, going twice? Again, I'm not here to keep y'all long, but I did want to just share you my brief knowledge on officiating. If you have any questions, please be sure to hit me up in the comment section. Please DM me on my social medias. Oh man, it's all love, man. I'm gonna keep doing these lives, man. I'm gonna keep I really want to get to the point where I get a good following on my lives where I can really answer some questions and impact some lives. So that's pretty much the goal. I will say, man, the temperature check apparel, that second drop is coming. If you haven't seen it, I will put it up in my next video. The hats are 25, hoodies are 45. We have them in the black, like the one I'm wearing right now, the dark gray, and I got a military green that is already sold out in certain colors. So, I mean, in certain sizes. So please make sure that you hit me up for these temperature check orders, man. I appreciate y'all so much. And y'all keep rocking with the channel, man. This is Temperature Check. I am your host as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And like always, we just getting started.